Hello, welcome. I'm here to show you how to access Google Hangouts when you are at home. So what I have done is all of your Google Hangouts will be a link within Google Classroom, and your teachers will send out more information about Google Classroom. But students, you should know how to get onto Google Classroom because I'm pretty sure every class has used them. So I'm going to go to my homeroom, for instance. This is my Google Classroom homeroom. I have set up a morning meeting hangout. Okay. In this hangout, this is where we go live. So this is not a pre-recorded video. When you click this class video meeting, that is like we would be talking face to face or like a FaceTime or Skype call. So if I click on that, it will show me a screen that looks like this. Now, there's a few different things. The first time that you do it, it will ask you to make sure that you allow access to your camera and your microphone. So please make sure that you do that so that we can see and hear you. But what I want you to do is when you get into this, make sure that your Mounds View email is up here. If it's not, switch your accounts. You should always do this on your Chromebook, by the way. Click join now, okay? And if you join, what's really cool is that it'll populate people here. So this is the number of people that are in here. Obviously, it's just myself. But also, there's a few functions that I need you to know. One of the big ones is right here. This button says turn off microphone. One of the things that we need to make sure that we are doing is when we are in a meeting, a live meeting, for instance, let's say I go live and I'm teaching you a lesson, or we're in a small group and we're talking in a small group, please make sure that this microphone is off or it's red. The reason being is because when everyone's is on, it can be very distracting with a lot of background noise. Like let's say your dog is barking, or let's say that your brother or sister is running around. We can hear that if your microphone is on. So please, if you are not speaking and just listening at that point, please just turn your microphone off. One thing that I want to make sure that I mention, there are some options here that you can do. So if you go right here to this 3 vertical dots, this more options, click it. What can be very confusing is that sometimes they'll pick a layout for you. So for instance, Google Hangouts will pick a layout for you where the first person to talk, their screen comes up really big on yours. So what I want you to do in that case is if you don't want that, you can go up here, go to the 3 buttons, go to change layout. If you click change layout, you can change it to sidebar, spotlight, or tiled. Tiled is the one I would recommend. It's where you'll be able to see people's faces the most. Sidebar is one where the main person who's talking will be the big picture, and then the other people will be the little smaller pictures. You won't be able to see everyone at the same time. If you have more than, I think, 6 or 7 people, you won't be able to see everyone at the same time. Spotlight is the feature where it's just popping up the first person who's talking. So that can be very distracting. So please make sure that you pick what setting you would like. The last thing I want to cover is this little function right here. This function in the middle of the people and your little picture icon is the chat. Now, one thing that we had talked about as 4th grade teachers is that we are going to stay away from chatting. Right now, we are not going to be typing on the chat. Eventually, maybe, depending on how this distance learning goes, we might open this up to have like maybe it's a question or this is how you respond. But as of right now, we are not going to be in the chat when we are on the Google Hangouts. If you have questions, please let myself or any of the other teachers know. We'll be happy to help you, and happy learning.